Okay, so this is the Viking AMAPS tray sealer. This particular model here has the twin 9x7 moulds, and obviously this can be changed, so the head can be changed to a single large one or multiple smaller ones, and we've got the standard footprint here, so whatever tray can suit will be fine. But this particular machine here, what's unique about the AMAPS, the Viking AMAPS machine, is it's not a vacuum gas machine, so it's a gas flush machine. And that's quite simple. The gas is injected into the tray, so it focuses only on the inside of the tray. It positive pressure across the tray and vents out the other side. So therefore, there's no need for a vacuum pump on this machine. Does it use more gas? No, it doesn't, because it just focuses on the inside of the tray, not around the tray. And that's how it achieves its perfect result. Inside the machine, it's also very, very simple. So here we have the seal head. One side the other, and quite simply to take the head out, we just remove that centre bolt, and underneath here there's the couplings for the elements, one on this side, one on that side. Once they're popped out and our bolts removed, the head quite simply just slides out and sits on top of the cradle and can be taken off, the cradle removed, a new inset put in, a new head put in, and then down the bottom here we have our film. While it's semi-protected, it's in a clear container so that you can see the film level, and that's very, very simple to feed across the machine. There's nothing tricky to get it through or anything like that. And then after that, once it's away, we can quite simply access that by removing it down. We've got a diagram on the back, but you can take whatever films needs to be in the different widths depending on your tray configuration. It's a quick release, there's no tools required to change the film. Inside, so we've got now on the controller, so this is made in such a way so it's semi-water resistant. There is no issue with the depth of the tray, so as you can see it's completely hollow. You can put your hand up this way, and that's why, because the seal focuses around here, the gas focuses in the tray, gas comes in this side, it vents out this side. Once it's reached its desired amount, it then seals and cuts, and accordingly it goes around like that. So on the screen here we haven't got the gas connected in this particular video, so it keeps on telling me that I can't work. But we've got very basic settings. So this is the operational screen, tells you your temperature and your seal time. But we can go into the system and see more information. We can change different password levels. So in this case we're on the operator, but the operator doesn't have the ability to change the settings. They can only run the machine. But when we go into settings, here we've got our settings. Simply up the top here, we can press operator and change that to validator. Once we're in that, it gives us the ability to change these. At the moment, we can't change them, they're grey. You can turn the gas on and off. So if you're wanting to do a non-gas packaging, you can. And that's very, very simple to do as well. We've got our seal functions. So we've got our temperature. You can independently set the heads at different temperatures. So you can have them both set at the same, or you can actually have them at different settings. If you've got a different tray that you're running, you might have a different tray on the left hand side to the right hand side. You can offset that. And then we've also got in the gassing time. So here's the gassing here. We've got the gas to seal position. So that's the gassing time, and then you can make it continue gassing while the sealing's happening. Therefore, it can give you the pillow effect. If you don't want the pillow effect, you can turn that function off. And then our film transport, so you're not wasting film, you can set that exactly. You can set the speed at which it moves so that it keeps the tension right. That's all a bunch of settings in there that can be adjusted, whatever needs to be done, and then you've got the auto manual cycle accordingly. And then we've got the manual settings, so we can change all those settings. You can store recipes into the machine if you need to. At this stage, most just doing the one, but if you've got different settings for different products, might be different depth trays, you have different gas types, gas times, therefore you can just call that different settings, whatever it needs to be, or you can just simply go to the dashboard. Once you log in as a validator, then you can just simply change the basic settings, the seal setting and the gas setting on this screen here. And then once you cycle the machine, it shows the operator what's happening inside, and the dial will go in clockwise. When it gets back to 0, it turns green, and the operator can pull the product, the tray out. The only services required to be connected to this machine is single phase 240 volt power. As you can see here, compressed air, you need a good strong solid 6 bar, so the head's got sufficient pressure, and you also need your food gas. Now, one of the beauties of a gas flush machine over against a vacuum gas is there is absolutely no restriction on the gas type. So some gas types have a high percentage of oxygen and they're dangerous through a vacuum pump if there's a valve issue and the gas gets sucked into the vacuum pump. With this machine, there's absolutely no restriction on gas type. So you can use any gas type that's necessary. You can be doing bread, pasta, protein, and all different sorts of proteins you may need to put into this machine. You just simply have to get your different gas bowls and you'd consult a gas company for that. So you simply plug in your gas, plug in your compressed air and your 240 volt power. There we are. The machine's mobile and it's very compact. So when it's not being used, as you can see, you can store the machine in that spot there. It's approximately 600-700 square, but it's also on wheels. So if you need to wheel it out to a storeroom or move it out of position, you can. You can also operate at many different locations in your facility, being that a single phase, you don't have to correct directions. Enjoy!